What is the situation in Charlotte tonight, Reverend Barber? What's the climate there?
Well, we're deeply concerned about this militarization. Charlotte has, is a convention city, has plenty of police there in the surrounding areas. 99.99% of the protesters are engaged in nonviolent justice-seeking protesting. The tension is being added to because the police will not release the tapes. And so what that leaves, Mark, is we have potentially three scenarios that based on, one is that a black man did not have a gun, had a book, was shot by the police, and they planted a gun on him, and black and white police conspired to do that. Two, a black man had a gun, which is legal in North Carolina, and an open carry state, and he was shot, even though he was not the suspect they were supposed to be searching for, nor was he ever asked, did he have a permit for the open carry. Three, a black man had a gun, brandished it at the police in a violent way, and he was shot. But we don't know what scenario is true.
Right.
We know there are a lot of rumors out there. We know there's claims that there are other videos out there. There's some that are saying that the gun was planted, not even sure if the person that they say did the shooting. I mean, there's so much. And yesterday, the police chief called him a gunman, but today he said that the video was inconclusive.
Right. That's very, very problematic and doesn't help things at all. I mean, to say that on one day.
Secondly, we got a governor who called for an emergency, the state of emergency, even though the clergy and others were saying do not do it because it exacerbates the situation. A lot of the noise and things you saw were the tear gas going off, some of the fire. There wasn't even a focus on all the clergy and all of the services before the marching and the nonviolent protests that were going on. And our governor just signed a law that goes into effect October the 1 that makes it so you can't see,
right.
the videos without special kinds of court orders. So, and then lastly, Mark, this is the city of Jonathan Ferrell. This is the city where John Farrell, a young college student, had an accident, was disoriented, asked for help, and ended up being shot multiple times and killed. Officer was indicted, taken to trial, and the jury was a hung jury, and the state and the local have refused to retry it, saying that the jury has spoken. And I can't find a lawyer anywhere that says a hung jury is a spoken jury. This is the state where you've had the most aggressive voter suppression in your attempt in the country. And, if you suppress the vote, who do you hurt? Black people, brown people, and poor white people.
Right.
So we're at this tense tonight because now you have the National Guard there. And I heard it was 350 National Guard. Well, the clergy and others believe there are enough police, except for the tragedy of the man being shot last night. And let me just say something about that, Mark, real quickly to your audience. I was with clergy who were there last night when that happened. And they told a scenario how there were nonviolent protesters who were hoarded into an underground parking lot in Charlotte, and then hitting and beating commenced, then tear gas, and then somebody shot somebody. They still don't know who did it.
Yeah, well, there was a white clergyman on TV today saying he was 15 feet away, and it was not civilian on civilian. A number of people saying it was a police officer that shot that person.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. I was with that one that was 15 feet away today.
Oh, you were?
And the female that was there, right. And see, this is you got this diverse group of strong justice-leading clergy. We have strong leadership on the ground who've been out there every night, who the night before diffused things.
Yeah.
But they said on last night there was a different look in the police eyes. They hoarded them into this underground parking lot and commenced to try to disperse people with batons and stuff, and something got out of hand. And so that's another piece that is going on, and we don't believe, and except for that death, let's be real, Mark. In North Carolina, we have seen UNC or Duke win a championship, cars get set on fire, cars turned over, beer bottles thrown. They create a circle around her and open up the burn unit and talk about look at how the people are celebrating.
Yeah, and that's okay. That's okay to do.
Right.
Obviously, though, people will be back out in the streets tonight.
They will be out.
Somebody also sent me some video.
Somebody said to us today, they said, well, we need the National Guard because someone was killed. And we said, well, we're not dismissing it there. We hate violence. But if you start saying that you're going to call the National Guard out every time somebody's killed, if that's the new standard,
come on.
Then when is the National Guard going to ever?
Come on.
Not be hello. I'm here.
No, I'm saying just want you to finish it. I'm preaching with you. Just
right. Yeah. When is it? Every time somebody's killed.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this question.
Where's the National Guard? No, I'm gonna say it. Where's the National Guard when the police? If it's about killing, when the police kill somebody, when you gonna call the National Guard on the police? That's the point. Right. If that's the argument you're gonna make.
Yeah. And if you're going to talk about curfew, now help me because I may be totally wrong. I'm from the country. I don't know. I'm not a city guy like you. But did they have a curfew after the bombings last week?
No. There's no curfew here in New York.
There was no curfew in New York, right?
No. Was it? It didn't matter. We didn't have curfew. No, we never have. It went on. Business as usual went on in New York. Now, business as usual. People were right back to normal.
They were okay.
And the suspected terrorist is alive.
That's what I was asking. I was going to ask my next question. Wasn't that like the CIA? I mean, the top people with the best marksmen and everything. And this guy,
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
But we do know he's alive. He was shot and he's alive.
He's alive. I mean, if he had been black, would he be alive? He had a gun. He was firing back. Would he be alive if he was black? You know what? You know why? You know why they didn't kill him? You know why they didn't kill him, Barber? Because he didn't have a book. If the suspected terrorist had been reading a book when the police got there, they would have killed him. Because obviously that's what you need to get killed is a book.
Yeah. Or Keith, CDs.
Or selling cigarettes, CDs, right? Or Skittles. He had some Skittles. Or if he had a wallet.
Or if you have a permit for your gun and a right to carry it, and you reach to show the police that you're licensed. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why he's not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the level of and see, until we get the transparency, independent federal investigations when this happens, and convictions and incarceration.
Yeah.
When someone with a badge murders, and I'm so sick of those like Trump and Pence and others, and even my governor who say, well, we got to love the law enforcement. Nobody's against law enforcement. No. We love law enforcement. We love good cops. When I need one, I want a good one to come.
You call one.
But what we don't love is bad cops and bigots who hide behind badges, or cops, whether they're white or black, who believe in brutality and take the lives of innocent people. And in this situation, we don't know what has happened.
No, we don't.
But we know there are three scenarios.
Yeah. So, Reverend Barber, so what is your plan for tonight? Will you be there tonight?
Tonight, I had to come back because, as I said, this is just one part of the criminal justice. In North Carolina, Mark, right now, we've got a death squad we're investigating on the federal investigator in Harnett County that's been killing black and white people. That's a police now that's being investigated right now.
We have
tomorrow 2 cases, one Kelvin Michael Smith and Dante Shaw, 2 young men that we know all the evidence, the Innocent Project has said they're innocent, and the governor can pardon them, and he's refused to meet with us. That's just 2. So I'm dealing with that, and then going back to Charlotte tomorrow.
A death squad, did you say?
Look, have your audience Google Harnett County. And the News and Observer, the major article in the News and Observer about a group of police that are under investigation for wrongfully terrorizing Harnett County and killing people, black and white.
Wow.
that is under extensive review right now in Harnett County. Now, you know where Harnett County is. That's the same county that head of the KKK used to live.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is also the state, Mark, where we've had, since I've been state president, I can count at least 6 African Americans who've been exonerated from death row, who would be dead right now if the system worked faster. And yet we have a governor and a legislature who have been attempting to speed up the death by the state in the face of a system that was ruled by the court as being racially biased.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's more than just what happened this past Tuesday.
Reverend Dr. William J.
And
Barber.
that's what people have to understand.
Reverend Dr. William J. Barber, the head of the North Carolina State Conference, NAACP, the leader and convener of Moral Monday. My brother in Christ, keep your phone on. Now
Yes, sir.
I'm headed across the street after this. I'm sure that we're probably going to call you back on air again tonight before it's over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you are in our prayers. Your state is in our prayers. I quoted Dr. King last night. There's still a so-called riot is the language of the unheard. But
yes.
I contend that what the police are doing, and as you just said, what's going on in Harnett County, that's a police riot. The police are the ones rioting. We are reacting.
Right.
And somebody sent me the video of some white kids breaking out glass last night, and that we know that happens. But still, property is not worth more than human life. Property can be replaced. Human lives cannot.
Right. And you know what you just said? You said white kids. See, whenever this happens, you look at what the black people doing. You look at the protesters, they're black, they're white, they're Latino, and remember, 99.999% are engaging in nonviolent justice protests protected by the Constitution and the Scriptures.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Love you, my brother.
Take care, my friend. Love you, man.
Stay close by, okay?
Yes,
right.
sir.
Take care. The Reverend Dr. William J. Barber, the president of North Carolina State Conference of the NAACP.